Hi, everyone. Welcome back. 2 weeks of the NFL season in the books. We now focus our attention to Week 3, the Thursday night game this week. And the game I'll be previewing in this video is for the game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. It'll take place in Atlanta. NFC South divisional matchup, the Bucs 0-2. 2 games against backup quarterbacks at home. They drop both of them. Atlanta, big win Week 1 at home versus the Saints, but they get handled pretty well on the road in Cincinnati last week. Something to keep in mind for Atlanta. Big problem for them last week was protecting Matt Ryan. They get Jake Matthews back this week, which I think is a huge return to the lineup guy for them this week. Should provide better protection for Matt Ryan, who threw three interceptions and was under pressure all day without Matthews last week. You focus your attention to the Falcons' defense now. This is a unit that has yet to sack the quarterback and has given up the most rush yards in the league. Obviously, that has to change if they want to win with any kind of regularity. Because while I think if their offensive line is intact, they'll score points, certainly when you have a defense that is below in the bottom of the rankings in the league in those two categories, you're really putting your whole team at a serious disadvantage. With that said, can the Buccaneers, who have been inconsistent on offense, take advantage of those holes in the Atlanta defense? I think that's going to be a big factor in this game. Can Josh McCown develop some consistency? Doug Martin's going to be a game-time decision. I think they're good at running back, though, with either Rainey or Doug Martin. I don't think you lose much going to Rainey. But, again, I think the Bucs do not have a great offensive line either. Can they hold at bay the Falcons' front seven, which doesn't seem very hard to do after the first 2 weeks of the season, and give McCown the time he needs to find his big weapons down the field? Can they score more than 17 points, something they haven't been able to do the first 2 weeks? And I think when you look at Atlanta, on offense, it's all about protecting Matt Ryan. Sure, I know they want to get a running game going, but it all revolves around that passing attack. And when he has time to throw, he'll deliver the ball to his weapons that he has on the outside, and certainly will put up points, okay? The Falcons' defense, does it hurt them this week against a not-so-great Tampa offense that they struggle getting after the quarterback and struggle against the run, like I mentioned? You know, I think that remains to be seen here. I like the fact you're getting Atlanta at home this week, and I really like the fact that you're getting Jake Matthews back. This is not an offensive line with a lot of depth. You saw, just by Matthews being out last week, how much it affected them against the Bengals. Can Gerald McCoy and company expose that offensive line like Geno Atkins and Carlos Dunlap and company did last week for Cincinnati? Under the radar, the Bucs defense has not played bad, and I think the Bucs secondary is pretty good. You got the pieces with Deshaun Goldson, Alteron Werner, and of course Mark Barron. We'll see. Okay, in this one, I like the home team in this one. You have Atlanta coming back home with a healthy Jake Matthews. All right, the home teams tend to play a little bit better on these Thursday nights. And again, I don't trust that Tampa Bay offense yet. Was not able to really get anything going in the first 2 weeks. Now on the road in a short week. I don't know how much changes with that. I like Atlanta minus the 5.5 at home to win this game. Again, a big game for both these teams because the Buccaneers, you don't want to start 0-3. And Atlanta, you know, can they improve on a dreadful performance last week? Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Be sure to subscribe. Atlanta minus 5.5 in this one. Previewing every game of Week 3 and the whole season. So be sure to subscribe. Have a great day.